So as going through here, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, damn, that's old-ass Merovingian. I didn't even notice that the first time around. What? Oh, cool. Hello there, Reject Nation. Obligatory terrible Keanu Reeves impression. Because we got a second trailer for The Matrix Resurrections today, people. So, yeah, we were filming pretty late. Hawkeye, midnight shoot. I sent John home around 5 in the morning. After dealing with a couple blocks, I finally got Hawkeye up around 7 a.m. Was gonna go to bed, and then bam! Matrix Resurrections trailer 2, bunch of notifications on my YouTube app. I was like, well, The Matrix is my favorite movie of all time, tied with Terminator 2. I have to check this out. It's a must. I am very much looking forward to this. I have some concerns just because, you know, The Matrix is my favorite movie, and the fact that I'm one of the few people who proudly declares that he actually greatly enjoys the sequels. I still have some of my concerns with what's coming up, but I'm still very much looking forward to it. And if anything, the thing that I'm mainly concerned about is that this is coming out a week after Spider-Man No Way Home, so I'm kind of concerned that Spider-Man No Way Home is going to completely overshadow this at the box office. Let's see what we got. It's only a minute long. This second trailer is subtitled Deja Vu. Let's get into action.
A deja vu is usually a glitch in the Matrix. It happens when they change something.
Oh,
It
interesting.
happens when they change something. It happens when they change
What?
They change something.
Jonathan Groff.
When they
Whoa! Gotta slow some of this down.
I
Damn.
use old code to mirror something new.
Why use old
Maybe
code?
this isn't the story we think it is.
Fascinating. What I really appreciate about this trailer in particular, though, the first trailer, the official one, seemed to really do something that was reflective of all the nostalgia seemed to be leaning mainly on the first movie. While there's some characters that you're looking at, and I heard the Merovingian is going to be returning, who was in Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions. The first trailer seemed to really hone in primarily on the first movie, kind of making it feel like semi-reboot, semi-remake. I have a lot of faith in Lana Wachowski and the vision of this franchise as a whole. What I loved about this one was that it seemed to actually be acknowledging the sequels, where I felt like the first trailer really left that in the background a lot. There's only a couple of things that feel indicative of the sequel, so actually getting some imagery here and having this whole theme of deja vu and the marketing for this film, as much as we're looking at new imagery that does look beautiful to behold, it still is just likening towards the films from before. It starts having me question a couple of things, like what will be the overall theme of this movie. You know, from the trilogy as a whole, there's been a whole bunch of philosophical themes that they have explored, all the way down to creation, identity, religion, existentialism, capitalism, and like there's a whole lot they've dealt with that I have thoroughly enjoyed. And I know this is called Resurrections, and the marketing, to say the least, has seemed to be quite overt with that resurrection theme, so much to the point that you kind of feel like the subtitle should be called Matrix Rebooted. The idea that they're going over all 3 of the movies here in this trailer makes me wonder, are we going to be doing kind of like this hodgepodge of all 3 movies in one? What's going to be the runtime of this film? So I'm very curious to see how this all ultimately progresses. There are a couple of key moments I do want to go through here really quick, though, because, you know, they have that line in here that says they're using, why use old code to create something new? That's a great question, because I believe, if my sleep-deprived memory is serving me correct, is that in The Matrix Reloaded, the architect, this should be the 7th version of the Matrix, that the architect, when he's talking with Neo, is saying that ideally how the program should be run is that the one, Neo, should return to the source, allowing for like a temporary disbandment, I think is the word. I'm probably getting that wrong, of the code that he carries. Then after that, he's supposed to select a certain number of individuals to rebuild Zion, and if he doesn't comply, then that leads to the extermination of everyone in the Matrix and everyone of Zion, so essentially the extinction of the human race. As we saw, the events did not transpire that way in the Matrix trilogy. So it looks like to me, I mean, let me pull up some of this footage here. You see, they have this line here about why use the old code to create something new. And it sounds like the whole goal of the machines there has always been to gain control. You had a virus like Agent Smith, one of the machines built into the Matrix, who essentially still wanted control. And that's kind of the impression I'm getting from the Jonathan Groff character. So as going through here, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, damn, that's old ass Merovingian. I didn't even notice that the first time around. What? Oh, cool. Oh, that's okay. So he's going to come back as an older program. So I guess he ages in this program. But then here, these shots of all of them. So you have like Morpheus from Matrix 1. I think that is Neo from Matrix Revolutions. This is Trinity from Matrix Reloaded. And then you have Jonathan Groff, who to me just reads like a program from the Matrix who probably wants control of it in some way. The indication I'm getting is like using the old code in some grander equation that I cannot possibly conjure up here in the moment, but somehow is using the old code, resurrecting people like Trinity and Neo, essentially reworking an older version of the Matrix so he can establish his own version of the Matrix. That's just sort of the impression that I've been getting from the trailers, because any shot you get with him seems very ominous and like just a dude you can't trust. So like this shot's a little bit confusing and weird to me, because this would imply that Trinity is just a program within the Matrix, but then we had a shot in another trailer that showed that she was indeed being resurrected in the real world. I don't know, you have the shot here later of Neo in the real world, so he does get unplugged at some point. From behind, this person kind of looks like Jessica Henwick. Yeah, I mean, you do see Neo gets unplugged at some point in the movie. Maybe it's to find Trinity in the real world and put her back into have that little marriage with the program. I don't know. Like, quite evidently, the humans and the machines have not found peace with each other. I mean, if you look at this shot right here, this seems straight out like a sci-fi war epic battle. You have like laser blast sounds going on in this one shot. And this shot to me is so fascinating too. They seem like they're mind controlled. I mean, they're obviously mind controlled, but we haven't seen that in the Matrix trilogy yet. I mean, we've seen where, you know, agents can hop into other people's bodies and whatnot, take over. So, you know, if they're plugged in, they can essentially be a threat. The AI seems to really be controlling them to try to take down Neo. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of questions, but that's part of the fun of the Matrix trilogy, or the Matrix franchise as a whole, is the what the fuck quality to it, and trying to understand the deeper motives and deeper understandings of the whole process. But I'll say it's something that feels kind of like a nostalgia trip for going down Matrix trilogy memory lane. Feels like it's not going to be a pleasant trip down memory lane, that it seems like it's going to be combining elements of psychological trauma from the character of Thomas Anderson, aka Neo, and then of course whatever commentary, because the commentary in Reloaded and Revolutions is different from the commentary in the first Matrix. So I'm really curious what the main commentary is going to be in this one. Is it going to be something about reboots? This seems like this could be the Matrix movie that is the most meta of any of the Matrix films. I'm looking forward to it, man. Alright? I think it's gonna be fucking awesome. I don't care. I'm gonna watch this in the theaters. But guys, what'd you think about this? Leave your thoughts down below. Are you enjoying the Deja Vu memory lane? Subscribe, click that bell, hit that like button, and hey, we'll catch you guys soon.